Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Blueprints Astrology. I'm Sino, and this week brings powerful transformations as we navigate a full moon in Aries, Mercury's shift into the depths of Scorpio, and several significant planetary aspects that will influence all areas of our lives. From October 6th through 12th, we're entering a period of emotional intensity, practical opportunities, and revolutionary breakthroughs. We'll explore what the cosmos has in store for each zodiac sign. So let's look at the major transits of the week. We begin this transformative week with Mercury diving into the mysterious waters of Scorpio on October 6th. Communication becomes more intense, investigative, and truth-seeking. Superficial conversations won't satisfy now. We're craving depth and authenticity. Simultaneously, the full moon illuminates Aries, bringing culminations around independence, courage, and self-assertion. This lunar peak asks us to embrace our individual needs with our relationships. Something that began 6 months ago may now reach its climax. October 7th, Mercury in Scorpio forms a challenging square to Pluto in Aquarius. This aspect can unearth uncomfortable truths and power struggles in communication. Be mindful of obsessive thinking or attempts to manipulate through words. As the moon settles into grounded Taurus on October 8th, Venus in Virgo creates a harmonious sextile to Jupiter in Cancer. This fortunate aspect brings blessings in relationships, finances, and matters of comfort. This is an excellent day for nurturing connections and attracting abundance through practical service. October 9, as the moon travels through Taurus, it forms a supportive trine to Venus in Virgo. This earthy harmony creates a beautiful day for sensory pleasures, financial matters, and expressing affection through tangible acts of service. October 10th, when the moon enters Gemini and meets revolutionary Uranus, expect the unexpected. This conjunction brings sudden insights, unconventional ideas, and a desire to break free from routine. Flexibility is your superpower today. October 11th, Venus in Virgo faces off against Saturn in Pisces, creating tension between practical love and idealistic expectation. Venus in Virgo faces off against Saturn in Pisces, creating tension between practical love and idealistic expectations. This opposition may bring relationship tests, financial reality checks, or questions about worth and commitment. October 12th, the week closes as the moon in Cancer forms a supportive trine to Mercury in Scorpio. Both water signs facilitate deep emotional conversations and intuitive understanding. This is perfect energy for journaling, therapy, or heart-to-heart talks. So let's go through the sign-by-sign forecast. Hey Aries. So Aries, this is your week. The full moon in your sign on October 6th illuminates your first house of self, identity, and personal desires. Something significant is culminating in your life. Perhaps a project you started 6 months ago or a version of yourself you've been becoming. This is your moment to shine and claim what's authentically yours. With Mercury entering your 8th house of transformation, you're diving deep into psychological territory. Conversation about shared resources, intimacy, and power dynamics demand your attention. The Mercury-Pluto square on the 7th could bring intense discussion about money or control issues in partnerships. Speak your truth, but watch for manipulation. The Venus-Jupiter sextile lights up your work and home sectors, bringing harmony between professional and personal life. An opportunity for improvement in your daily routines or living situation may arise. When Venus opposes Saturn on the 11th, you're confronted with limitations in relationships or creative projects. This isn't punishment. It's a reality check that helps you build something sustainable. Take responsibility when needed. So the key focus is claiming your independence while honoring commitments. Shine your light without apology, but be willing to do the deep work relationships require. Hey Taurus! The Aries full moon illuminates your 12th house of endings, spirituality, and the unconscious. Something is being released from your psyche, Taurus. This might involve letting go of old patterns, healing past wounds, or completing a behind the scenes project. Honor your need for solitude and reflection. Mercury's move into your opposite sign of Scorpio activates your 7th house of partnerships. Communication with significant others becomes more intense and probing. The Mercury-Pluto square could bring power struggles or revealing conversations with partners, business or romantic. Truth emerges even if it's uncomfortable. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between your 5th and 9th houses is delightful energy for creative expression, romance, education, or travel. Opportunities for joy and expansion arrive through playful exploration and learning. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th highlights tension between home responsibilities and career ambitions, or between comfort and growth. You might feel restricted by family obligations or property matters. Patience and practical solutions are your allies. The moon's conjunction with Uranus in your sign on the 10th brings sudden emotional breakthroughs or unexpected changes to your routine. Stay flexible. The universe is nudging you toward innovation. The key focus is releasing what no longer serves you while deepening authentic partnerships. Balance your need for security with your steadiness for change. Hey, Gemini! The full moon in your 11th house of friendships and future visions brings social matters to culmination. A friendship might reach a turning point or a long-term goal could manifest. Pay attention to your community involvement and how your aspirations are evolving. Mercury entering Scorpio shifts your mental focus to work, health, and daily routines in your 6th house. You're analyzing your habits with laser precision, possibly uncovering what's not working in your wellness practices or job situation. The Mercury-Pluto square intensifies this, potentially revealing toxic dynamics at work or obsessive patterns regarding health. The Venus-Jupiter sextile braces your home and emotional foundations, bringing warmth to family relationships and possibly attracting resources related to property. This is fortunate energy for domestic improvements and feeling emotionally secure. The major event for you this week is the Moon-Uranus conjunction in your sign on the 10th. This electrifying transit brings breakthrough insights, sudden changes, and a powerful need for freedom. You might surprise yourself or others with unexpected choices. Embrace your authenticity. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th creates friction in communication or learning endeavors. Difficult conversations with siblings or neighbors might arise, or educational or travel plans could face delays. Approach limitations with maturity. The key focus is balancing social connection with personal authenticity. Your unique perspective is valuable. Share it even if it disrupts the status quo. Hey Cancer! The Aries full moon illuminates your 10th house of career and public reputation. Something significant is culminating professionally, Cancer. Recognition, achievements, or a career turning point arrives. This is about claiming your authority and stepping into your power in the world. Mercury's entry into Scorpio activates your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. Your communication becomes more passionate and intense in matters of the heart. Creative projects benefit from deeper exploration. The Mercury-Pluto square could bring drama in romance or power struggles with children. Navigate carefully. The Venus-Jupiter sextile is exceptionally fortunate for you, connecting your 3rd and 1st houses. This enhances communication, short trips, learning opportunities, and personal magnetism. You're attractive, articulate, and opportunities flow easily. Say yes to social invitations and new connections. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th brings financial reality checks or challenges with self-worth. You might need to confront limitations regarding money, possessions, or your values. This transit builds character through accepting responsibility for your resources. The moon enters your sign on the 12th, forming a harmonious trine with Mercury. This beautiful water energy helps you process emotions and express your feelings with clarity. Perfect timing for intimate conversations or creative work. The key focus is balancing professional ambition with emotional authenticity. Your sensitivity is your strength. Use it wisely as you claim your place in the world. Hey Leo, the full moon in fellow fire sign Aries lights up your ninth house of higher education, travel, and philosophy. This lunar culmination expands your horizons, Leo. A journey completes, educational goals manifest, or your worldview reaches a new level of understanding. Embrace adventure and broader perspectives. Mercury entering your fourth house of home and family shifts conversations to domestic matters. You're thinking deeply about your roots, private life, and emotional foundations. The Mercury Pluto square intensifies this, potentially unearthing family secrets or power dynamics with parents. Home related decisions require careful consideration. The Venus Jupiter sextile between your second and 12th houses brings hidden blessings related to finances and self worth. Resources might arrive unexpectedly, or you experience spiritual insights about abundance. Trust in divine timing and your inherent value. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th creates tension between your identity and partnerships. You might feel restricted by relationship demands or encounter cold reception from others. This transit asks you to balance self expression with compromise. Not easy for your sign, but necessary for growth. The Moon Uranus conjunction on the 10th occurs in your 11th house of friendships, bringing exciting social developments or sudden changes in group dynamics. A friend might surprise you, or you discover a new community aligned with your values. The key focus is expanding your worldview while honoring your roots. Balance your need for recognition with the deeper, private work of emotional healing. Hi Virgo. The Aries full moon activates your eighth house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. Something reaches culmination in the realm of joint finances, psychological healing, or deep partnership bonds. This full moon demands you confront what you've been avoiding: debts, dependencies, or emotional vulnerabilities. There's transformation through release. Mercury entering Scorpio lights up your third house of communication and immediate environment. Your analytical mind becomes even more penetrating as you investigate local matters, sibling relationships, or everyday interactions. The Mercury Pluto square intensifies your words. Be mindful of how you wield language. Truth matters, but so does delivery. This is particularly your week as Venus transits your sign while forming harmonious and challenging aspects. The Venus-Jupiter sextile on the 8th and 9th connects you with your 11th house of friendships, bringing social opportunities and collaborative potential. Your practical charm attracts supportive connections. However, Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th brings relationship reality checks. You might feel criticized, rejected, or inadequate in partnerships. This transit reveals where relationships need stronger foundations or where you're being too self-critical. Maturity and patience transform limitations into lasting commitments. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th electrifies your career sector, potentially bringing unexpected professional opportunities or sudden changes in your public role. Be ready to adapt. The key focus is balancing practical service with self-worth. You deserve to receive the same quality of care you give others. Transform criticism into constructive growth. Hi Libra. The full moon in your opposite sign of Aries illuminates your seventh house of partnerships. Relationship matters reach culmination, Libra. This could manifest as a commitment deepening, a partnership ending, or clarity about what you truly need from others. The Aries energy demands you balance your natural tendency toward compromise with healthy assertion of your needs. Mercury's entry into Scorpio activates your second house of finances and values. Your thoughts turn to money matters, possessions, and self worth. You're investigating what truly has value in your life. The Mercury Pluto square intensifies this, potentially revealing financial secrets or obsessive patterns around security. Profound insights about your resources emerge. The Venus Jupiter sextile between your 12th and 10th houses brings hidden blessings to your career and reputation. Behind the scenes work pays off publicly, or spiritual practices enhance your professional presence. Opportunities arrive through quiet dedication, healing work, or compassionate service. Your diplomatic skills shine when you operate from authentic inner alignment rather than people pleasing. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th challenges your work life balance and daily routines versus your need for spiritual meaning. You might feel burdened by responsibilities or health limitations. This isn't punishment, it's an invitation to create sustainable structures that honor both practical duties and deeper purpose. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th occurs in your ninth house, bringing sudden insights, unexpected travel opportunities, or breakthrough philosophical understanding. Stay open to unconventional wisdom. The key focus is balancing partnership needs with personal autonomy. Relationships thrive when both individuals maintain their authentic identity. Don't lose yourself seeking harmony. Hey Scorpio, welcome Mercury into your sign on the 6th, Scorpio. Your ruling planet enters your first house, amplifying your already intense communication style. You are magnetic, perceptive, and unwilling to accept superficial answers. Use this power wisely. Your words carry transformative potential. The Aries full moon illuminates your sixth house of work, health, and daily routines. Something culminates in these practical areas of life. A work project completes, health goals manifest, or you gain clarity about necessary lifestyle changes. This full moon emphasizes independent action and courage in your everyday life. The Mercury-Pluto square on the 7th is particularly intense for you, as it involves your sign and triggers deep psychological material. Power struggles, obsessive thoughts, or compulsive communication patterns may emerge. This is shadow work territory. Be honest about your motivations and where you might be trying to control outcomes through words. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between your 11th and 9th houses brings harmony through friendships, community, and expanded learning. Social connections support your growth and exploration. Friends may introduce you to beneficial education or spiritual opportunities. Collaborative ventures and group activities flourish. Your network expands in meaningful ways that align with your philosophical values. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th creates tension between creative self-expression and authority structures. Romantic relationships might feel restricted, or creative projects create limitations. Children, if applicable, might require extra responsibility. Maturity and commitment transform challenges into depth. The moon trine Mercury on the 12th harmonizes your ninth and first houses, perfect for deep reflection, journaling, or meaningful conversations about beliefs and identity. The key focus is wielding your power responsibly. Your intensity is a gift when channeled toward truth and healing rather than control. Transform yourself before trying to transform others. Hi Sagittarius. The Aries full moon lights up your fifth house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. This is a celebration of your authentic joy, Sagittarius. Something culminates in creative projects, romantic relationships, or your capacity to play and take risks. This full moon reminds you that life is meant to be enjoyed, not just endured. Mercury entering Scorpio pulls your attention inward as it transits your 12th house of the unconscious, solitude, and spiritual retreat. Your usually expansive mind turns contemplative and investigative. Dreams become more vivid, intuition heightens, and you benefit from journaling or therapy. The Mercury-Pluto square intensifies this internal process, potentially unearthing buried psychological material or secrets. Shadow work is favored. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between your 10th and 8th houses brings career benefits through transformation and deep work. Professional opportunities may arise through research, psychology, healing work, or managing shared resources. Your reputation benefits from your willingness to engage with complex, intense subjects. Financial partnerships or joint ventures support career advancement. This is excellent for deepening professional relationships. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th creates friction between partnership needs and home responsibilities. Family obligations might strain romantic relationships, or domestic limitations challenge relationship growth. Balance commitment to others with self-care and family duties. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th electrifies your 7th house of partnerships, bringing surprise developments in relationships. A partner might reveal something unexpected, or you encounter someone unusual who challenges your perspectives. Embrace change. The key focus is balancing outer adventure with inner exploration. Your optimism serves you well, but don't bypass the deeper psychological work that creates lasting joy. Hi Capricorn. The full moon in Aries illuminates your 4th house of home, family, and emotional foundations. Domestic matters reach culmination, Capricorn. This might involve real estate decisions, family dynamics shifting, or emotional breakthroughs about your childhood and roots. The Aries energy asks you to assert your needs within family contexts and claim your emotional independence. Mercury entering Scorpio activates your 11th house of friendships, community, and future goals. Your thoughts turn to social connections and long-term aspirations. The Mercury-Pluto square intensifies this, potentially bringing power struggles within groups or revealing hidden agendas among friends. Be discerning about who truly supports your vision. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between the 9th house and 7th houses brings growth through relationships and expanded perspectives. Partnerships benefit from shared philosophical values, learning together, or exploring new horizons. This is excellent for couples who travel or study together. Legal partnerships or contracts are favored. Your relationships thrive when they support mutual growth and broader understanding. Foreign connections or multicultural relationships are especially highlighted. Venus opposing Saturn is particularly significant for you as Saturn rules your sign. This aspect, occurring in your 9th and 3rd houses, creates tension between higher learning and everyday communication, or between expansion and limitation in your worldview. You might encounter delays in travel or education, or philosophical differences with siblings or neighbors. This teaches patience and realistic planning. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th shakes up your work routines and health habits. Unexpected changes in your job or sudden insights about wellness lead to breakthrough innovations in daily life. The key focus is balancing professional ambition with emotional needs. Success means nothing if you've neglected your foundational well-being and family connections. Build with heart, not just strategy. Hi Aquarius. The Aries full moon activates your 3rd house of communication, learning, and immediate environment. Something culminates in how you think, speak, or connect with your local community. A writing project completes, important conversations conclude, or your relationship with siblings reaches a turning point. Your voice matters. Use it courageously. Mercury entering Scorpio draws your attention to your 10th house of career and public reputation. Your professional communication becomes more strategic, intense, and focused on long-term impact. The Mercury-Pluto square in your signs creates profound tension between your innovative vision and established power structures. Workplace power struggles or conflicts with authority figures may arise. Stand firm in your truth while choosing battles wisely. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between your 8th and 6th houses brings healing through daily practices and work relationships. Transformation occurs through improved health routines, therapeutic work, or service to others. Colleagues may support you through difficult times, or work becomes a source of emotional depth and meaning. Joint resources benefit from practical attention to detail. This is excellent for incorporating wellness practices that address psychological or emotional issues. Venus opposing Saturn on the 11th creates financial tension or challenges with shared resources and values. Joint finances with partners might face restrictions, or you confront limitations in material resources. This transit builds character through facing financial reality and developing healthier relationship to security. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th is especially significant for you as Uranus is your modern ruler. This occurs in your 5th house, bringing electric creative inspiration, sudden romantic developments, or breakthrough moments with children. Embrace spontaneity and innovation. The key focus is your unique perspective is valuable, but lasting change requires working within systems while transforming them. Think globally, act locally. Hi, Pisces. The full moon in Aries illuminates your 2nd house of finances, possessions, and self-worth. Material matters reach culmination, Pisces. This might involve income changes, clarity about your values, or recognizing your true worth beyond monetary measures. The Aries energy encourages independent action regarding security and self-worth. Mercury entering Scorpio lights up your 9th house of higher learning, philosophy, and distant horizons. Your intuitive mind becomes even more penetrating as you explore meaning, truth, and expanded awareness. The Mercury-Pluto square intensifies the spiritual and intellectual investigation, potentially bringing profound insights or psychological breakthroughs through study, therapy, or spiritual practice. The Venus-Jupiter sextile between your 7th and 5th houses brings warmth to partnerships through creative expression and joyful connection. Romantic relationships flourish when you engage in playful, creative activities together. Partners support your self-expression and artistic pursuits. This is excellent energy for couples who create together or share recreational interests. If single, romance may blossom through creative or social activities. Children, if applicable, benefit from harmonious partnership dynamics. Venus opposing Saturn is particularly significant for you, as Saturn currently transits your sign while Venus opposes from your 7th house of partnerships. This creates direct tension between relationship needs and personal limitations. You might feel burdened by partnership demands or encounter relationship reality checks. Self-worth issues surface in context of partnerships. This difficult transit asks you to establish healthy boundaries while remaining open to genuine connection. Not easy, but essential for growth. The Moon-Uranus conjunction on the 10th shakes up your domestic world with sudden changes at home or unexpected family developments. The key focus is balancing spiritual idealism with material reality. Ground your dreams in practical action while maintaining your compassionate, intuitive nature. Boundaries are acts of self-love, not rejection. Thank you for watching Cosmic Blueprints Astrology for this week's forecast. If this resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share with fellow cosmic travelers. Until next time, please keep well, beautiful souls.